Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Raw Recap with the Drip King, Jimmy Bebe. I'm gonna try tonight. I really am going to try tonight. I'll get to the comments real quick. Got David in the chat. Thank you, David, for joining us. Thank you, David, for joining us. Courtney, wow, all night long. Whoa, I'll have a few things to say about that one right there. Looking good, babe. Thank you, babe. You, though, I'm looking much better as always. You know this. Timmy's here. Tidy's here for the spoilers. He don't care. He's going to gossip. Man, there's some stuff. The court is now in session, baby. Best say great things. So let me get some things situated real quick, and then I'll get to the show. But, man, I've been doing this show for, I think, over a year at this point. And I think I've only had one episode where I came on here and was just like, for Raw. I did it for Dynamite a few times, and that's why I quit with the Dynamite ones. And then Dynamite ended up turning into like a great show. So good on that. But tonight's Raw was one of those episodes. And it's unfortunate. It's very, very, very unfortunate because there was a lot of fun stuff on tonight's show. But there was one problem with tonight's show, and we will definitely get to it. I'm almost done. I apologize. I'm getting to it, though. I promise you, I'm getting to it. Man, they started the show off amazing, though. 100%. They started off with the Tribal Court of Sami Zayn, and it was, if they would have ended WWE Raw, Monday Night Raw with that, I would have been happy. Happy. It was so damn good. Yeah. I apologize. Here we go. All right. So we start with the Tribal Court. Got my notes out here. I took some notes, and man, the first 30 minutes took up almost half my notes. It was so good. Got a lot. Oh man, there's a lot more comments in here. Let me get to them real quick. We got David in the chat. Welcome, Dave. Good to see you, bud. The rest of Buddy's Facebook page, they're saying that Cena and Logan Paul will go up against each other at this year's WrestleMania. I really hope not. I really hope not. We got an angry face on there, man. What's up with the angry face? Get out of here. Everybody saying hello to each other. We got David saying hello to Amanda. We got Tidy saying hello to Dave, Court, and Amanda. So everybody being nice, everybody being good. Now it's time to start the show. I'm going to go ahead and skip over the intro because it involved a Terry Bollea and Jimmy Hart. No need to. They got it out of the way, and I was very happy that they did that, so I don't have to sit there like, when are they going to bring this butthead out? And, yep, that's it. So the show starts off with the Bloodline. They come out. Here we go. By all accounts, it's one of the best sports entertainment segments possibly ever. First hour was Monday Night Zayn, and well-deserved. 100%. The first hour, I thought tonight was going to be big. I felt it. It just had that feel. And that first hour really just was like, yeah, this is it. Because we got the Bloodline segment. You had Sami Zayn sit on one side. You had the Usos sit on the other side. You had Roman at the head of the table because the man is the head of the table. You had Paul Heyman standing behind him, and you had Solo standing over on the other side just like this. That's the setup. Paul Heyman says, you know what? They start chanting ECW. We're in Philadelphia, and he acknowledges it, and he says, but you know what? ECW is dead. And I wish the same for Sami Zayn. And he points at Sami Zayn, and I immediately was just like, oh no, what do we got going on here? Instant sadness just comes over me. We all know what I feel about Sami Zayn. The man is the best. And this was not good for him. Just go any further, what did Sami do to be in trouble with Roman Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline? So on SmackDown, I don't know if you saw SmackDown, Roman Reigns got jumped by Kevin Owens. He took out everybody, and Sami Zayn came in at the very last minute because he was doing something that Roman Reigns had told him to. But in the end, he was the only one that didn't get hit and taken out, so it's like suspicious. That's why they're mad at him. But after Paul Heyman wished death on Sami Zayn, he then said, I have evidence that Sami Zayn is not one of us. And he pulled up 4 clips. One was him running from Drew McIntyre when he attacked the Usos in, I think, September. I don't remember the date. But he had the dates with him and everything, but whatever. Showed Sami Zayn running off. Then after that, he showed a clip of when they tried to get Sammy to use the chair on Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens was like, and then Sammy was just hesitant. He's like, he didn't want to do it. He was just conflicted. He didn't do it. The third one was of him sitting on top of the cage at War Games, holding the one up. And then he went for life. Paul's like, this isn't the NWO. What is that for? You're conspiring with Kevin Owens. And the fourth one was him stepping in front of Roman during that passionate promo he cut the week before the Cena Kevin Owens match. And when he did it, he bumped shoulders with Roman a little bit. And he said that you were trying, that was a hit on Roman Reigns. You were trying to assassinate the tribal chief and take his place. To which Sammy then said, you know what? I had a whole defense planned out. I was going to come out here and defend myself. But after hearing that, after seeing me, seeing the way you're talking to me, the way you're looking at me, the fact that I'm even here in this position, this hurts. He said it hurts. I don't know, 7, 8 times. And you could tell, like, he was selling it with his voice, with his mannerism, everything about it. Sami Zayn is just, man, it's so ridiculous how good he is. So he just, that just hurts. And then he said, so my defense is I don't have one. And he just dropped the mic and is like, what? Roman is pissed. Oh, he's going to, okay. So Roman is pissed. And he goes off. He literally goes off. He goes, I give you these opportunities, and this is what you're doing me. You do this, you do that, and you ain't even gonna defend yourself. Solo, get him. And then it's like, it's happening. It's happening. But then I came to my senses. They ain't gonna do it like that. It's gonna be a kind of like a shock when it happens. It's not gonna be like, here it is, now it happens, and boom. So Solo goes over there. Sammy don't even get up. He's just, I'll take whatever you're giving me, because at this point I'm just hurt. Like, it's so just, it's just wow. It's so good. It's just so damn good. He gets it up. He's going for the Samoan spike. And then as he's going in comes Jey Uso to make the save. Beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then Jey straight up goes on the defense. And then he says, you know what? He don't have to defend himself. I'll defend him for him. And then he pulled up some video clips of literally all the times that Sami Zayn has taken a hit for Roman, for Solo, for the Usos, all of them. And then Sammy, you see him just tearing up like, wow, this is great. Then Jay's talking about how, like, he didn't trust me. But he kept saying, but I didn't trust him. That's what it was. I didn't trust Sammy. I never trusted Sammy, but he kept seeing the good in me. He kept giving me the opportunities. And in the end, you know what that is? That's family. That is family. So we ain't going to do this to Sammy. So everybody that want to see Sammy stay with the bloodline, put your fingers to the sky. So that Jimmy gets up, puts his finger up. The whole arena, fingers up. And Sammy is just taking it all in like, man, it's an awesome moment for Sami Zayn. No Solo putting his finger up. Paul Heyman clearly ain't, because he wants the man dead for some reason. And then Roman just sits there and says, all right, you know what? You get to stay for now. You better thank Jey for this. But that's for now. Don't come. I don't even want to see you again until Saturday at the Royal Rumble. And on Saturday at the Royal Rumble, I'm going to make you prove yourself again. And that's it. And then that was the end of the segment. It took a while to get there, but every single second was worth it. Right here. By all accounts, it is one of the best sports entertainment segments possibly ever. I'm going to say ever. Yes, I will. Ever, because it's emotional. You felt it. And I tweeted it out on the Twitter machine. I'll say it right here. If you do not put this damn title on Sami Zayn, you have colossally fucked up. That's probably not even a real word. I just made it up, but it's a word now. You've colossally fucked up. Sami Zayn has done everything he possibly could to put himself in a position to be the top guy. Give him the moment. It's his. He has earned it. He's earned it. He's in the ring with Roman Reigns, the biggest star in all of wrestling, and the fans are out there going, Sammy Uso. You don't take this from him. But anyway, from there, we go into the Usos versus the Sami Zayn match. Usos versus the Judgment Day match. Let me get these real quick. Love the segment so much. Love Sami Zayn. Yeah, he's so damn good. It's clearly it's as like you can't paint a clearer picture. And yes, 100%, 100%. He saved the blood. It was getting stale. It was reaching the end. And Sammy came in and he didn't just revitalize it. He put it on his back and he took it to the fucking moon, man. It's crazy what he's done for it. Will Roman Reigns ever lose the title without being forced? He's going to lose to Sami Zayn. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be so mad. But to be fair, they could still have him go for the title and lose it if it's done right. I'll be sad, but I'll accept it. I'm not going to say if he doesn't win it. There's obviously other things to do. But man, you're going to have to sell something good on me for me to accept him not winning it. That's what I say. But the Usos Judgment Day, they have decent match. Damian Priest just week in and week out is just on another level right now. Triple H said, I'm going to give this dude an opportunity, and he's knocking out the park. He's carrying Dom in these matches, which is the story. So Dom is playing his part to perfection. It's really good. I'll put that up in a minute. But during this match, Jimmy gets hurt. And they're like, are you okay? And then the ref does the X. So Triple H is now incorporating the X in because all the smart fans know what it means. So he's playing the smart fans by being like, all right, well, now we're going to use it. So now you don't know when it's real and when it's not. I'm not mad at it at all. So they start taking to the back. Out comes Adam Pearce, and he goes, "What's going on?" And Sami Zayn's with him. He goes, "He's hurt. He's legit hurt." And then Adam's like, "Okay, well, if he can't go, then I have to forfeit the match. And if we forfeit the match, you're going to give the titles to Judgment Day." And it's like, "Yo, Adam Pearce, that's kind of messed up. That's not how this works." But Sami Zayn's like, "No. Let me take his place." And then Adam Pearce comes to his senses. He goes, "No, I let Judgment Day do it with Finn Balor and Dom. I'm going to let you do it too." So Sammy joins Jay to finish this match. And Sammy, well, we all praise Roman for his great false finishes because he, like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody as good as Roman is when it comes to that kick out at like 2 and 99 100ths. Like, it's crazy when how late he gets that shoulder. Sami Zayn had like 3 of them in this match that were just as good. It was beautiful because it was like they hit a few things on him and then like 1, 2, and then right at the last second gets it up, and it's like, oh, Sammy, you cannot upset Roman Reigns right now, because the whole time Roman Reigns is just sitting back there watching the match. But in the end, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, they work together, they get it done, they win the match with Sami Zayn picking up the win on, was it Dom got pinned. That's right. Good call. Don't pin Damian Priest right now. He's too hot. And then he took the belts and he just gave them. He goes, "These aren't mine. These are yours, Jay." And he hands them the titles. Great. From the, not the opening because that was Hulk Hogan, but from the moment the bloodline came out to the end of this match, it was like, this is beautiful. You can't have wrestling any better than what we've seen right there. And the first hour was commercial free, so there was nothing breaking anything up. Even better. That was fun. Man. And this unfortunately, like, I saw this and I was like, this is going to be the greatest Raw I've ever seen based on just that open. I was like, this is just great. You can't open a show any better than this. It was one of the best 45 minutes of Raw ever. And it's all Sami Zayn. Sammy feels like he isn't worthy, perhaps in the Stone Cold interview. Imagine how validated he'll feel if he wins the title. Exactly. And last week he had an interview where he said winning it, he feels like he's in position now where it's like, oh, maybe it is a possibility, and it would just be a cherry on top. And I think it's as big as Daniel Bryan. I won't say it's bigger because Daniel Bryan's was pretty big. I think the story is better than Daniel Bryan's was, but Daniel Bryan's was still cool. Visual of Sammy holding the tag box foreshadowing, I hope not. Especially with Jay Vouch Foreman coming to his defense. I don't know. I know one person that can beat Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Bro, you already know what it is. I'm down with that any day. All day and twice on Sunday. Let it make it happen, baby. I'd mark out for that. It ain't gonna happen though, but I'm for it. I'm for it 100%. Sammy and Jay. It was cool. It was awesome how they just did this whole segment and the match and everything. It was so damn good. After that, we go to the backstage, and man, it's like, how do you follow that up? And poor Baron Corbin gets that. Him and JBL show up, and they run into the Godfather in the back. And Godfather's looking and goes, "Who's this little chump with you?" And he goes, "This is my man, Baron Corbin. Let us in." And he's like, "Yo, his name ain't on the list." He goes, "There's got to be something we can do." And then they look back. It's the APA door. Out comes Ron Simmons, and he's like, "Oh, who's this little punk?" And he goes, "That's my guy." And they're like, "Yeah, he ain't on the list. He ain't in." So Baron Corbin has to pay his way in. They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let him in." So they go through the APA door. Very fun, nostalgic fun. That's what we're here for tonight. The fun nostalgia. Goes to the APA door, and they go, "Man, you really spruce this place up." And it's like a whole poker room with a bunch of old legends and some of the new guys, and they're all having fun playing poker. I ain't mad at this. I saw some people shut up. No, that's what tonight is for, as moments and things like this. Nothing, no harm, no foul. Then we go to LA Knight. He's in the ring, and he's out there, and he's talking shit on Bray still. He's shit talking. That's what he does best. And then he calls out any legend that thinks they want to step up, come on out. And then, sure enough, I don't care how many times we hear it, it's always awesome when we hear it. Gong, the lights go off. You know what time it is. They do a few gongs, and then all of a sudden the lights come up, and it goes, "I'm an American Badass." Out comes Undertaker on a motorcycle. LA Knight dips out the ring. Undertaker gets off the motorcycle, gets in. LA Knight talks some more of that shit. Says, "Hey, look. Great, Undertaker." Yes, it was. It was a very effective way to use Undertaker on a night like tonight. Very effective way. So LA Knight starts talking. He goes, "I saw you on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I just got to say, I agree with you. Everybody back there is soft, especially Bray Wyatt." He goes, "Now I could come in that ring since you answered my challenge, and I could send the Undertaker to the Undertaker." And then he starts to go in the ring, but then he dips out and he goes, "But I'll pass." And he starts to leave. Then the lights go out again. Bray Wyatt shows up behind him. So now LA Knight is forced back into the ring. He ain't paying attention to Undertaker no more. Then he turns around, Undertaker grabs him by the throat. And LA Knight sells the shit out of this. Good on you, LA Knight. He sold the shit out of Undertaker, grabbing him by the throat. And then Bray Wyatt's in the ring, and then Undertaker just throws him over to Bray. Bray hits the Sister Abigail. LA Knight's gone. Undertaker comes over. He whispers something to Bray, leaves, does his motorcycle one arm up. That's the segment. It didn't take it. I won't say it. It wasn't overly long. It was as long as it should have been, and it worked. And LA Knight, again, the fact that his first program is with Bray Wyatt, who is very loved by a lot of people and highly touted amongst the community. And now he's in a segment with Undertaker. Man, this is very big for LA Knight. He's going to be main eventing a pay-per-view by the end of this year. I'm calling that now. I honestly believe that. He's in a very, very good position, as long as he wins on Saturday. Who do you want to win the Royal Rumble matches? Sami Zayn, but it won't be Sami Zayn. It'll probably be Cody Rhodes, and I'm not mad at that. It's Sami Zayn 1 and then Cody Rhodes 2. After that, there's a few others I'd be okay with, but those are the two I want to see win. Where the belts wins. They were going to be there, but then for some reason, they weren't. I don't know what happened with that. They could have put him on there instead of Hogan, and that would have been fine. They could have put him on there instead of Ric Flair, and that would have been fine, but they didn't, and it is what it is. It's his game, L.A. Knight. And now, great segment. It's a great segment. Then we go back to the poker game, and you got DDP and Alundra Blaze that are involved in something. You get a bang from DDP. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Just getting them two on the TV screen. That's what tonight is for. I'm okay with it. 100%. That's what I called when I said LA Knight should win Money in the Bank with Cody as the champion. Great program. Then next up, this is where the show. Okay, I won't say this is where the show goes bad. This is where the show lost me, because At first, when it happened, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just setting up for something a little later. And then I learned that that's not the case. Becky and Bayley in a cage match. And you guessed it, Damage Control comes out while Bayley's in the cage and they attack Becky. Becky bites him off, but then when she turns around, Bayley kicks the cage into her face. They throw her in. They all three go in. They lock the cage. They just start beating Becky down. Adam Pearce comes out. He's telling her, open the cage, and he ends up locking them up after they just beat the piss out of Becky. And then they get up on the cage to escape as Adam Pearce goes in. And that's the segment. And it's like, okay, we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back and we're going to see the match. I'll get the comments in a second. Sorry. But the match didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So it's like, okay. I thought it was weird to have it at the top of the second hour. I thought it would have been the best thing to do at the top of the third hour, because that's where they start to lose viewers. Put a cage match on. It's like, oh, let me stick around. That's what I think should have been the plan. And I thought that's what they were going to do. You'd had a segment where Becky's like, no, I'll still fight. And they'll have it. The match never happened, though. And then we come to find out that the opening segment went on too long and they had to cut some things. And it's like, okay, I'm not mad that the first segment went over, because it was beautiful and it needed all the time that it got, because it was perfection. You don't mess with that. And then I'm looking at other things that have happened up until now, and I'm like, you know what? All of it was, I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm okay with that. We're going to go a little bit further in this show, though, and I'm going to rip into Triple H, believe it or not, because he fucked up. Look at these real quick. He said he told you it wouldn't happen. Shit, Roman's going to start the separation at Rumble, and we'll find out next SmackDown. I think at the end of Royal Rumble, we will see what's happening. I think so. He's going to give Sammy a task, and Sammy's going to fail, unfortunately, and that's going to be it. No, I don't. Nia Jax is done. It never happened. That's weird. Still cage match. I'm happy enough Bayley finally got the upper hand. She did. She got the upper hand, but no. Y'all should have seen how frustrated he was. It literally just took the air out of me. Like, I couldn't even really enjoy the rest of the show. I just couldn't. And I talked about how I think Triple H had one mess up, and that was how he booked the tournament for the women's tag titles. This is his second screw up, and this is a major one. And again, I'll get to it more in a minute. For those shitting on Roman for this, he has nothing to do with Roman. It does something to do with the person booking the show, the guy that got to keep his full segment with his buddies. And again, I'll get to that part too. But yes, I agree. This is on Triple H, 100%. I don't care what anybody wants to say. I got a lot to say about it, and I'll get more to it when we get to the part that I think should have been cut. But again, we'll get to that in a minute. Come on. I don't got nothing against her. I think she's good for what they used her for, but she's done. I don't think she has any interest in coming back. And they said she's worse than Mako. So I know a lot of people don't like her, but it is what it is. Next up, DX, Kurt Angle. They come out. Kurt Angle's with DX. And it was like, what's going on here? And he's like, I always wanted to be a part of DX. And it's a fun segment. I'm not mad at it. Whoop, Stone Cold. He fell, picking him back up. Can't let Stone Cold fall. And then during the middle of their whole shtick, out comes Imperium. It's like, okay, Imperium's in there. I hope they don't have to take some bumps from these guys. Fortunately, that didn't happen. Out comes Seth Rollins, and it was a funny segment. They were like, "No, I can't do it," and then they're like, "I can't do it. I can't. And they said, "Well, Kurt will wrestle you." Talking about wrestling Gunther, and Kurt's like, no, "I'm not doing that." And it's like, man, you got to prove yourself to be. I'm not doing that. So out comes Seth Rollins, and out comes Street Profits, and they're like, all right, we'll make the match. And Triple H is like, yo, you think this booking thing's easy? I can't just do this. And then out comes Teddy Long. It's fine. It's fun. That's what tonight is for. Teddy Long makes the match, and they said, well, we need a referee. Kurt takes his shirt off. He's got a referee shirt on. His red, white, and blue. Very true American hero. Makes sense. Everything about this is fun. Match happens. Good match. I enjoy it. Please give me Seth Rollins versus Gunther at WrestleMania. Please. And in the end, Seth and the Street Profits end up winning when they pin Vinci. I have nothing against the segment in the match. I don't. I thought it was fun, and it's what the whole the night was for. It's for moments like these. That's what it's for. So I ain't mad at it. I'm too old. Yeah, that's true. No, it hasn't. It hasn't sold. It hasn't sold yet. Oh yes. No. There was no title shot said, and because I reacted to this one, but it just says a match between Roman and Stone Cold. That should be a Saudi show, 100%. That's what I think now. I don't think that's a Mania plan. I think that's a Saudi show. No title involved. That's fine with me. And even if the title is involved, it's a Saudi show. I don't care. They're getting their own shows, and that's fine. Let them have it. Teddy Long, damn straight, perfect. Teddy segment. Yep. Nobody is worse than Mako, David. Mako ain't gonna get no man. We brought up Mako last week, Tidy, on the PAW, and Nick's savage with it. So after that, we go to another poker game. Then it's with Ted DiBiase, and Baron Corbin wins, and he has all this cash. And he goes, ha ha, and he's happy. In comes the IRS man. He goes, you always got to pay your taxes. And he takes all the money and leaves Baron Corbin with like $1, and that was it. It's a fun segment. It's what tonight's for. So people talking about we should cut. No, that's what tonight is for. It's fun. It's absolutely fun. It was an offer was made to stay. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt it at all. I don't think it's a Mania or title match though. I don't. I think that's a great Saudi match to have. 100%. Roman, let them get a Stone Cold match. That's what they keep paying for. So let them have it. Sorry, cat attack. After that, we get a Bobby Lashley interview, and he talks about his match tonight. It's no disqualification. He's going to hurt Austin Theory. Yippee, yippee, yippee. That's it. Very quick, very effective. Here's where my problem comes in. Out comes Ric Flair. Okay, he's what tonight is for. He comes out and he introduces Charlotte Flair. Okay. He wants to do something with his daughter. Okay. Then out comes Bianca Belair. Why? This is my show. Yeah, okay. Then out comes Sonya Deville. Talk about, I want a title. Okay. What's happening here? And then they proceed to do a segment that and basically turns into a match between Sonya Deville and Bianca Belair. Okay. So you cut a Becky versus Bayley cage match to keep on the show. Those are staples of the Raw show, to keep on a match between Sonya Deville and Bianca Belair. This match has happened twice in the past 3 months already, and we're doing it a third time tonight. Why? If you cut this match, if you turn this into a Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair just beat up Sonya Deville for a quick minute, guess what? It still works, and you don't have to cut Becky and Bayley. But you cut Becky and Bayley for a Charlotte segment and a match with Bianca Belair and Sonya Deville. And this is no knock on any of these women. They're all great at what they do, 100%. 2 of them don't even belong on this show, though. So when you are cutting a main match for this, I'm going to start questioning your sanity, because it is fucking stupid. Emphasize on the stupid. Sonya Deville's had like 5 title matches in 4 months or something like that, and she loses every single one of them. If I was to ask you who's going to win Becky and Bayley, it's probably going to go down the middle. A lot of people are going to say Becky. No one really knows. They have their speculation, but no one really knows. If I ask you who's going to win between Bianca and Sonya in a title match, 1 million people out of 1 million people are going to tell you Bianca's going to win. So why are you having this match stay on the card and getting rid of Becky and Bayley in a cage match and pissing off fans? If I am mad about it, one of the most positive I look at everything as such a positive outlook. And if I am sitting here saying, what the hell were you thinking? You did something wrong. It is silly. It is stupid. And I have to question the sanity behind the decision. It was so dumb. Let's see this. For what? Exactly. For what? There's no reason. Belair is already a champion. Why is Bianca shouldn't be? They didn't even watch the show when he gets it. So it is absolutely like batshit crazy to do that. It makes no sense. Seville's being wasted for too long of a time. She's actually quite interesting in this stuff for the women's matches tonight after 0 matches. Like that. It's not. It's not a good look. I'm not defend. I won't defend it at all. I don't see. Again, I don't. I know it sounds like I'm just crapping on Sonya Deville here, but in no way, shape, or form should you be scrapping a Becky Bayley cage match for a Sonya Deville job match. In no way, that should not happen. And another thing I see people saying is, oh, everybody complains about Damage Control, but now they want to complain because one of their matches got taken away. You can criticize the booking of Damage Control and still be excited about a Bayley Becky cage match. I've been wanting it since WrestleMania 37, a Becky and Bayley program. So so I don't want to hear that stupid. You're bootlickers. You're gobslop. I don't even. You're dummies. You're so dumb, and you just have tunnel vision, and you're dumb. This is horrible. It was a horrible decision. Triple H. That's unforgivable, bro. Obviously, it's only his second screw up. But this is a big one. It is a big one. That was just so dumb. It's a waste of a time match. Doesn't make anybody look good at the expense of possibly the best match. I'm gonna be very interested to see the reaction to this tomorrow with some of the superstars. They can't be happy about that. They literally cannot be happy about that. They just can't. Becky's a team player and Bayley's a team player, so I'm sure they're just like, yeah, we'll go out and do the job, but they can't be happy about it. They should have had the match. Yes, exactly, Nick. 100%. Did Vince? I don't want to say Vince. No, I won't. I won't jump on that until I see proof. I'm not going to do that. But this is the first thing I've seen booked since Vince has been back in charge where I'm like, you know what? That would be. But then again, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. And I'm going to explain why. Because Triple H, when he booked the Four Horsewomen, who was the odd girl out? It was Becky. And then Triple H is booking tonight's show, and who's the odd girl that gets left out? Becky in favor of Charlotte. It's dumb. It was dumb. And I know I'm a Becky stan. No. See, Vince was not even at the show. Yeah, I don't think he booked it at all. I think it was just a stupid decision. On the fly, stupid decision. Bianca doesn't have to be involved. Bianca should have just elbowed Sonya and ended it. Yeah, Bianca and Charlotte could have just took turns just doing stuff to Sonya and just been like one up each other for a minute. And then after that, Bianca won. She could have promo on Alexa. Alexa came on. Could have very good promo on Bianca. And that was that. Shame. Hold on. I get to use it. I can use this one. This is exactly my look when I read what Fightful put out. Bro. Who do y'all think y'all are? That was ridiculous. That was shameful. And again, as soon as I read what happened, it literally just, I was like, man, I can't even enjoy stuff right now. And as Milady said right here, like it was, you should have seen me. It wasn't this. I'm much more animated now. I was mad. Is Sasha Banks still doing it? No, she is with New Japan. I think she's going to be doing a few things. I think she has a show coming up in a few weeks. She's facing Kairi Sane from another ex-WWE person, in case you don't know New Japan stuff. So there. Jumping out Sonya, though, accomplishes nothing, though. Just I agree. But if you're going to keep a Charlotte segment, which I feel like is the reason, you don't want to upset Papa Rick. That's my guy. Can't cut Charlotte because then Rick's mad. Alter it. Don't. It's so silly. It was so. I'm moving on from it because it's so silly. After that, though, after Alexa's promo, we get another Cody Rhodes video to hype him up for the Rumble. Don't debut him tonight. Glad they didn't. A lot of other things happened. It would have just been pointless. Save him for the Rumble. Thank you very much. I get that for return Papa again. That'll be fun. Next up, Miz segment comes out. And this is where I almost lost my shit for sure. When I saw Miz in the ring, I was like, if this is a Miz TV segment, I'm going to punch that TV right now. I'm going to punch a hole right through that TV. Ooh, that would have made me so mad. But it wasn't. He was complaining that he didn't have Miz TV and that he didn't get a title match and that he should be celebrated. And you know what? Miz has been a big part of Raw for a long time. So this segment I was fine with, because then in comes Kevin Owens, stunner, cuts a promo on Roman Reigns. You're going to have to, I'm going to win that title or die trying. Effective promo, drops the mic before he leaves. Miz is up. He gets him with another stunner, and then KO leaves. Good. Very good. Very effective. Very short. That's how it should be done. Thank you very much, Kevin Owens. He was complaining. That's what Miz does. That's all he does is complain. Complain. I hope the Undertaker will return to the 30th anniversary. He did. He did. There you go. You got your wish, bro. So then it's time for the main event. And by this time, I was literally just out. I was out of it. I was checked out at this point. So I couldn't even enjoy the match. I can't tell you if it was good. I'm sorry. I just can't. I saw some spots in it. The crowd seemed to be a little bit out of it at this point. They weren't as hype as they were towards the beginning and middle of the show. They were pretty out of it by this. And this match basically came down to Bobby Lashley started getting control. He put him in the Hurt Lock. Austin Theory low blowed him. And then you guessed it. Here comes Brock Lesnar. And he comes out, F5's Bobby Lashley. Then he picks up Austin Theory. F5's Austin Theory onto Bobby Lashley. And then 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory wins. That's the show. And then I don't know if it happened to everybody else, but for me, it literally just cut off. Like they were in the middle of a sentence and it just cut off. And yeah, I was. That's why I don't have any hair. I pulled it all out because I was so pissed off. Oh, man. I don't remember the last episode that I was mad about when I did the Raw recap, but I guarantee I wasn't as mad then as I am now. It was so bad. Man, it made me so mad. And it's so sad, too, because that first hour was brilliance. It was brilliant. You had a great all-time segment, great match, another great segment, and then poof, it all just disappeared. Man, I did enjoy the superstar, the old timers, whatever you want to call them. I enjoyed it. It was fun. That's what the show was about. It was fun. Don't you ever cut a cage match from your show, man. This is what I was defending all week. They're like, oh, they're bringing all these old timers back. I said, yeah, but they stacked the show. This is what this is what they should be doing. They should get people to watch for the old timers and then stack the show so that people can see all this great action. Like, what have I been missing? And stay tuned. But then when they see a cage match promoted and then it doesn't happen, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was bad. I couldn't possibly get any madder than I was, so it wouldn't matter. But they made the main event about Brock instead of the very young, talented U.S. champion. But yeah, pretty much. I don't think I'd have been mad about it if I wasn't already mad. I was ready for Austin Theory to move on from Bobby Lashley. I want him to move on to other things. We've seen Bobby and Austin several times. Don't need to do it again. Don't need to. More thought. Trust me, I know. I've been saying this for years. I know. I got one person that believes me. That's all that matters. Two. I got two people that believe me. 200 handicap women's tag match on NXT. I'll be grabbing on 11-year-old out of the crowd. I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't watch it. I can't. I just can't. Although they do a lot of women's wrestling on there. So props to that. Thank you for that. Make up for the shit that's happened tonight and on SmackDown. Because, we didn't have a SmackDown women's match, but guess what we had? A SmackDown Charlotte segment with Sonya Deville. Fucking hot. Get the fuck out of here. I was telling you I wanted to see the Becky Bayley cage. Now I'm depressed a bit. The women's big match was canceled. This was Bayley's chance. Damn it. Get ahead. Damn it. I think the match will happen eventually. Maybe they add it to the Royal Rumble. I don't know. If they do, hey, I'll be a little bit happier. But I don't see it happen at Royal Rumble. Probably next week or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's bad. All Elite Wrestling. If you don't watch it, you should, man. And you should start this Wednesday. I'm preaching it to anybody and everybody that'll listen. AW has hit their stride this year. They've been phenomenal. And the women's division is about to take that turn and go straight to the moon, baby. AW's been knocked out of the park. So if you haven't been watching it, if you've never watched it, tune in Wednesday. That's all I'll say about that. Impact had 3 women's matches on, and they treat them right there. I wish I could follow him. I wish I did. I just can't get into it for some reason. They do have great matches, and they do treat the women. The women's tag division is beautiful. Every tag match I've seen with the women in Impact has been great. So I'm not knocking what Impact does. It's just not for me. I'm looking forward to watching this. Yes, Tidy's watching AEW finally. Thank you. But shit, I want them at the Rumble. Hey, you telling me I get to see Becky and Bayley at the Rumble in a cage, bro? My trip just got that much better, so I'm not gonna complain. But man, oh man, I'm mad tonight. Look, I'm drinking lemonade. I'm not drinking alcohol. Piss on that. But yeah, that's the show. Sorry, I'm not my usual animated self. This one pissed me off because it had so much potential. Impact still sucks though, sad but true. It's the production of it. I just can't get into it. Unfortunately, I am spoiled by good production, and since AEW kind of has some pretty good production, it's like, okay, yeah. When I see wrestling that doesn't have good production, it's kind of like, I gotta pick and choose what I watch. I only have so much time during the week, so WWE and Impact or AEW win. I'll send you a link Wednesday. Tidy's with you. I got him hooked up. He good to go. I got him some good shit. He's good to go, baby. I hate that it took me this long to hook him up, but I got him hooked up, and now the only reason he'll miss a show is because he's working. I have a right. I have a right to be bad. I know. Again, I'm one of the most positive ones on here. I love almost anything and everything. So if I'm mad, there's a reason for it. And anybody is sitting there talking, well, you hate Damon. Shut the fuck up. And on that note, I'll say goodnight, everybody. No Raw recap next week. Again, I'm going to Royal Rumble this week, so my voice will be gone, and I'll be driving anyway. So I might stop to watch Raw after this week. I don't know. But yeah, so no voice, no show. But I'll be back in 2 weeks for that. And also no PAW Positively Awesome with Tidy this Sunday because, again, I'll be driving. I will have no voice. And I think he has to work because he took off to watch the Rumble. Good man. He needs not to miss that. So, but if you go over to my channel, The Drip King of Wrestling, and you want to see some live action from the show, go to the channel, subscribe if you haven't, and get ready because I'm going to be sharing stuff late Saturday night, all day Sunday. I'll have lots of clips. Lots of clips. So stay tuned for that. But that's the show. I will see you all in 2 weeks. And again, make sure you're looking out on Drip King of Wrestling, the YouTube channel, for the Royal Rumble live footage. And with that, I will say goodbye. And yeah, 2 weeks time.